I've started to receive my very first hate comments, if you like, online. And I want to do this video because I think it's a good time to do it because I just want to document the whole process. And then maybe you can learn something from this as well. And I think this is a natural part of building a business or building a brand or getting any type of visibility. I think it would be very naive of me to think that I could go through the whole of my life and not have a single person say something horrible or insulting to me. I think it's just that's a stupid reality to live in, and I'd be kidding myself if I thought that was going to be happening. So I think I've always known that at some point that is going to kick in and that's going to happen. And I've worked on myself so much over these last 6 years, 7 years. I've done so much personal development. I'm grateful for that because when these comments come up, it doesn't affect me so much. I can imagine if it happened 6 years ago or 7 years ago, it would have stopped me in my tracks and I would have found it so uncomfortable to deal with. And I would have found it so tough. And I certainly wouldn't be recording a video about it as well. Now, when I see a comment as something that's designed to be insulting or something designed to, tear me down or something, like whatever it is, do I have a moment where it feels uncomfortable? Yes, fully, because I think there's still that part of my ego and maybe in your ego as well, where you want people to like you. And I see a comment like that and it sends this like shockwave through me. And I think, what the hell? Like, this person doesn't know anything about me. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to do good. Like, why is somebody saying something horrible? Why is somebody saying something else? So in that moment, it feels uncomfortable, but I always remind myself, if somebody is online and it makes them feel good to tear other people down and throw insults at other people, it says a lot about their life. It says a lot about what's going on for them. And I think people in pain and people that are suffering and people that are struggling in life, they end up being the ones that lash out. They end up being the ones that, they're the ones hiding behind a keyboard, typing away comments, trying to bring people down, trying to make people feel bad for doing something with their life. And I want you to remember that if you, in your own journey, you're building a business, you will get it. You will get it. There's no doubt about it. But are you going to wait your whole life to not go after your dreams, to not pursue what you really want, the freedom, the lifestyle that you want, because you're scared about somebody's opinion of you or somebody saying something horrible to you that you feel would hurt your feelings? Are you going to let that be your life? And I really hope you don't let it be your life and you just accept that these people. Now, Elena, my fiance at the time, like, she said to me, like, don't respond to it. And in the moment, I want to respond to it. You want to say something, you want to stir up the pot, because the more comments you can get, the more interaction it gets, right? It increases engagement on your video. But she just said to me, like, just ignore it. Don't even bother getting involved, because she said to me, what kind of person, what kind of brand do you want to build? And I'm not here to argue with those people. I think it says a lot of, some people do and it works for them and that's fine, but I don't want that to be my style. And I hope, I'm not saying I can't make a promise, but I'm hoping that it's something that I never do and I start getting into arguments with these people online, because I think if I do, this says more about me, right? It says more about me in that moment. And it's something that I've got to work on. If I feel myself aggravated to reply to them and get involved in some kind of online arguing session, like, it's a bit pathetic if you really think about it. But just remember, people are always going to be there to try and tear you down and stop you going after what you want, because in the end, it makes them feel better about themselves and what they're not doing. It's not what they are doing, it's what they're not doing. And when they see somebody like you who starts to branch out and is trying to do more with their life and trying to put themselves out there, it upsets the status quo for them. It upsets the balance in their life, because they look at other people and think, oh, do you know what? That person's going after their dreams. I'm not. I'm stuck in this dead end job. I'm miserable. All of that stuff. and it reflects totally on their life, and it like holds the mirror up to them when you're going after something in your life. And I want you to always have that in the back of your mind. If ever you get somebody throwing hate comments at you, somebody trying to insult you, bring you down, that's what's going on for them. And they'll tell you it's not, right? They'll call you an idiot, they'll call you a bellend, they'll tell you to get lost, or they'll tell you to fuck off, whatever, all of that stuff. But it has everything to do with them. Don't let it stop you. Don't let the opinion of other people bring you down and stop you chasing after your dreams. Because at the end of the day, I know I'll get to my end of my life and I'll feel so regretful and I'd be so annoyed at myself if I let other people's opinion talk me out of doing something that I wanted to do in the first place. And I'd be upset with myself if that was the case. And I don't want that to be for you. So just remember what's going on for these people. And they get some sick enjoyment out of being online. But really, these are people who are massively hurting on the inside themselves. So it's your choice. It's your choice what you want to do. Do you want to let them in and do you want to let them affect you? Or do you want to just drown them out? Because there are lots of people who are watching your journey and they won't necessarily comment and say, well done, or you're doing amazing, or keep going, but they'll still be thinking it. But because we don't see their comments, we think that nobody's supporting us, or nobody actually believes in you. But they really do. They really do. They are out there, they're watching. It's like if you go to a restaurant, right, and you get a bad service, it's so easy to tell everybody like what a terrible place it was, never go back to it. It's easier to spread bad news about someone or something than it is easier to spread good news. And so it's the same reason you go to a restaurant, have a bad experience, you tell all your friends about how terrible it was, but you go somewhere that's good, but you don't tell anyone about it. And that's that's the reality of what happens. And so there are people supporting you, including myself. I want to see you win. I want to see you grow. I want to see you start that first business. I want to see you make money from it. And I want to see you be able to quit your job as well, because that's an awesome experience to do. It's scary. It takes a lot of courage, but I want to support you on that journey as well. So just remember, there are people there to knock you down. Don't let them. Keep going on your journey. Keep doing your thing, because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, it's you who's going to have to answer to yourself. Nobody else. It's you who's going to have that honest conversation with you about what it is that you've done in your life and have you achieved what you set out to achieve.